You are literally catching me in my most natural environment, okay? And I want to discuss how this couch can make you more money, for real. It's gonna be part of this. I got a whole list of notes on things that I wanna get out there on. Let me bring the audio closer. On how you can completely revolutionize your life in 12 months, okay? I'm gonna talk about this not just from a financial standpoint. Yes, money's gonna be a part of it. Health is gonna be a part of it. Relationships is gonna be a part of it. Habits, mindset, and consistency are also gonna be a part of it. So the first thing, what do you see in the title? What do you see in the crappy thumbnail that I threw together, right? Something to do with 12 months. That's a 1-year time frame. Now think about this. A lot of people think that's a lot of time. 1 year. Now, if you were to go ask someone who's 80 years old, maybe you're 80 years old and you're watching this, 1 year might not seem like such a long time. Now, for me, that's always seemed like, such a long time, but it's really crazy. Like, it wasn't that long that, I'm 17 grinding and doing my thing. And now I'm like, I guess just over 18 and a half. So it really does kind of move quick and the days fly by once you identify your purpose and what you're doing and you're just consistently working at that. So we're going to talk about all of this in a second, but if you break it down, if you're actually focused and you're doing your thing every day, the days they fly by. And then pretty soon you're like, holy crap, it's the 20th of the month. That's what it is right now. It's the 20th of September. I was like totally taken aback by that when I woke up. I was like, wait, what? We're like almost done with the month. If that happens enough times, then boom, you're almost at a year. So it really does move quick. And that is a lot of time though. So you can do a lot of things in there. And this is not just for my audience talking about business. This is going to be much bigger, much broader, okay? First thing I want to touch on, okay? This is something that's helped me so much. And you see this board in the background. It has absolutely nothing to do. I just didn't want to go around the couch and move it. Lazy. Not really. I put this in here so that I could point at it, and it's always a point of intriguing in the video. I guarantee you've looked at it. But the boards here, this does nothing to do. I'm not going to talk about what's on it. But I have multiple of them. And what I do with these every day is I make sure, and this is just myself, but I highly recommend you do this because this is some very effective habits of some very successful people. I write down a list of everything I have to get done that day, the night before that day. I know some people, and I've done this myself, who try and do it in the morning. Okay, and this is just how to get productive. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff here in a second. But doing that every day so that you have a plan. And if you do that, then your day is going to move by pretty quick because, you pick your head up. You've been working since 9 a.m. And I guess my audio just cut out because we got a phone call here. I'm using the phone. Where was I? So everything with that daily list, like really, that's been so beneficial for me because then once you do it, you pick your head up and it's already like 4 p.m., whatever you've been working, you got so much stuff done. Now there's the whole side of being productive. Are you actually going to stay dedicated to that? That's going to come over time. And again, a 12-month period, you can completely revolutionize your work habits, how productive you are, how consistent you can be. You just have to work at it every day. So that's why I make it a point every single day. I go to the gym twice a day. Okay, that's what I've been doing the last week and a half or so. I'm building into that. People are like, oh, that's unhealthy. Not the way I structured, okay? Nothing is just black and white. It's never one way, okay? I'm not stupid. So it's very simple. I'm trying to build into certain habits and I do what works best for me. So I'm going to talk about this couch in a second because I wasn't joking when I said this is going to make me more money. And you guys definitely have not seen this in a YouTube video. So as you see here, this desk right here, these are great. I got a couple of these on Amazon. These are all over here. And this fits perfectly over the arm of the couch. So I pulled it in. So now I can sit on a couch, which it took me, I shit you not, 7 hours to pick out this couch. 7 hours. I spent like a whole Saturday finding this couch because it'll make me money. And yes, this might have been $1,000. But it's going to make me more money. And I'm going to explain a little bit about how, if you don't get it, I guess I understand. It wouldn't have made sense to me a while back. But for me, I invest very, very much, a lot of money into my environment, okay? And that doesn't mean I'm spending money on stupid things, but travels, okay? I do that in a certain way. I have a very certain structure for that. And in fact, that's on my wall, my structure for travels. Okay, switching the environment. That's why multiple properties are going to be a thing shortly in different environments. Now, a couch like this, how does that relate to the environment? For me, this couch is another place, and this might seem so basic, it's another place to sit. So think about this. This desk, I have 2 of them right now in here, and there's 2 different office chairs. So I used to have one back here in this corner and then one over there near the window, like in the patio, and I'd bring it outside, a more light vibe and a more like dark, if you will. So for me, that was like the only 2 places in this entire place to sit. So this is a whole nother environment. I haven't had a couch in 3 months, pretty much. And so I knew it would make me more productive because it's a whole nother spot to work. Because sometimes the chairs get uncomfortable. I have a standing desk as well now. So sometimes if I'm tired of sitting, I would have to stand, excuse me, I would have to stand and then I would have to go, like I would just be walking around doing nothing, not working. Now I can stand and accommodate that to still be working, right? So for this, it's a totally different place. Sometimes I feel like sitting on a couch. Sue me. So I'm going to be working. Pull this closer, which is why I make sure it fit. Boom, I can work. It's a great position. This is very supportive. If for whatever reason you manage to come here, you got to sit on it. Great couch. And there's no chance of you coming here. I don't let people in here. Like seriously, because of what's on the walls and all this stuff. So anyways, that's one thing that I want to talk about. Now let me make sure I'm covering all this because this is huge, okay? After, I know we just talked about the environment. I want to talk about something that is a little bit different. I know a lot of people are going to ask, well, how do you revolutionize your life, right? How do you change things? Like for me, 12 months ago, if I were to reflect, and you can see the Snapchat stories, they save, they show you exactly 1 year ago and 2 years ago. In fact, I will find some and I will throw up a screenshot, okay? Take a look at these as just while I talk. These are different screenshots. 2 years ago, I'm sure I can find ones of me trading stocks, working, reading books. A year ago when I started making some money, traveling. I've been making money for a few years and I immediately always invested that back into programs, mentors, seminars, traveling to meet the right people, buying a shoot ton of books. Doing all that stuff, that's helped me. I just invested back into it. And yes, I might have been already making six figures or whatever. And then, 2 years ago, a few thousand a month. I've been grinding with this online stuff for so long. And there was 3 to 4 years before that where I didn't make anything. So, I was building up into it, but things have drastically changed, okay? I learned a system. I focused in on one specific thing, e-commerce, which is what I teach, and going through and just doing that over and over and over and over again, store after store after store, product after product after product, after ad after ad after ad, learning that. That's the skill, okay? And so that for me was like the hub, that's the base. And now things have built off of that. So again, I'm not saying you have to do e-commerce. That's completely irrelevant. I'm gonna give you an analogy in a second. So for me doing that, I was focusing on one skill, right? There were a few things inside of there, Instagram influencers, Facebook ads, but now by learning Facebook ads, I can take that and do other things with it. It's a more averse skill, if you will. It's something that's a little more general that I can use for all sorts of different things. And now, I don't really talk too much about what I do with other businesses, but it's going very, very well. So you don't have to even be doing business. Let's say you want to, in a 12-month period, completely change the trajectory of your soccer career, right? You might be trash at playing soccer right now, or if you're overseas in Europe, football, right? Soccer with the foot, that's what we call it here in the US. For example, just a sport. You want to get better at it. Let's say soccer for this example, in 12 months. Well, you're going to have to play every single day. Right? You got to play, you got to practice, you got to get better. You can't get better without doing it. But that's not the only thing you have to do. You're going to need to be in the gym, probably very consistently. You're going to need to be lifting weights, stretching, eating the right food, watching the right people, getting motivated and inspired. How is that any different from business? Okay, I'm not an athlete. Like I don't know. That's not what I do for a living. That's what I almost did. But it's people. A lot of people don't know that story. But it was very, very interesting to me when I made that connection. I'm like, look, there really isn't a difference. So that's why this works so well. I don't care who you are, how old you are, where you are, anything, what you want to do, this will work. And let me tell you why. It's literally this simple. And now that I'm leaning forward, you know that it's serious. You ready? If you're doing something, it's going to relate with the overall habits. Now, the actual vehicle might change. So you might be trying to play soccer, but guess what? If you're trying to plug that analogy I just used for soccer into business, you can't just, let me run a business that's going to make money. First of all, that's a wrong goal. That'll probably screw you over and you probably won't make money. Usually the businesses that just try to make money don't. It's the same as soccer, right? The other stuff where you're having to work out, go and learn the right stuff. It's the same. Reading books. When was the last time you picked up a book if you want to learn a business? When was the last time you attended a seminar or a course or went out, traveled, tried to meet someone who's a little bit more successful than you so you could connect with them, become friends, and also pick their brain, learn from each other, equal exchange of value? It's the same thing. That stuff is applied. There's more than just playing soccer. There's other things that go into it to make you a better soccer player. Actually, a lot of athletes don't even necessarily get paid for what they do. They're getting paid to recover. It's a lot of back end stuff. It's the same structure with business. So as long as you can realize that, understand that 12 months is more than enough time. And what I want you to do right now, I want you to bookmark this video. You can do that, I believe, by saving it, add it to your, a watch list. Create one. I want you to set a reminder in your phone. Hopefully you don't buy a new phone, or at least you're linked to the same iCloud in the next 12 months. Set a reminder. I want you to come back, watch this video in 12 months, and I want you to drop an update in the comments replying to your current comment. First of all, on commenting where you're at right now, and in a year, I want you to comment where you're at. And did you hit those goals? You can outline some of them below. I want you to hold yourself accountable to this. I'm going to hold you accountable. So for everybody who comments, I'm going to set a reminder in my phone. Hopefully I don't lose this one. Going through and coming back to this video in a year. Like seriously, what can you do in a year? Do you believe that you have the power? Do you possess whatever it is to go ahead and change something, that situation? I trust me, because I'm a living testament of it. You can do anything you want in a 12-month period. I've blown myself away. And this has nothing to do with bragging. I don't really reflect on it too much. And it's just one of those things where it's become my normal. It's amazing, like such a blessing to be able to do all this stuff. Like in the last 12 months, I've bought my dream car. I have moved out to Los Angeles, got bored, put my car in storage, went and traveled the world to like 9 different countries over 4 months, came back out here, moved into my dream location on the beach, now traveling around, doing whatever I want, having the right structure, making more money than I've ever made, meeting the right people, a lot of famous people, very successful people, surrounding myself with that. And honestly, I'm more so secluded by myself most of the time, but having the structure that I like, that works for me. Being able to go from, I don't want to say nothing, because like I had been building up for years, but like a smaller base to then boom, that exponential scale, building off of it. It's been so beneficial for me, and I know you guys can do something similar or even greater in a 12-month period. Just stay committed, just stay consistent, just put in the work. It really comes down to that. You're never going to get anywhere if you're lazy. So I'm naturally lazy. That's my personality type, but still, you still got to do it. Just get it done. That's the habit, overcome it. So again, drop it in the comments down below. Where are you at right now? What do you want to accomplish in the next 12 months? Be specific. I know there's going to be that one person who already commented, probably exited off the video right now and said, hey, I want to make $1 million. With what? How? What are your time frame? What are you going to do with that? What is the base you've been building? What's the vehicle? How many customers do you need? At how much? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to sell? What does that look like? Be specific. You need a game plan. Spend some time to map it out. That's what I do. That's why I can't show anything and I don't bring people here, because there's stuff on the walls. For me, I'm mapping out exactly what I'm going to do. It's as simple as that. And I'm not worried about someone necessarily copying it, but I have my strategies mapped out, and I invest hours and hours and hours and hours every week into doing that. So I hope you do something similar, or at least got something from this video. If you enjoyed it at all, let me know what little golden nugget or sliver of information you got in the comments down below, aside from dropping your current situation and your goals, what you want to do. That's very important. So with that being said, you guys, I appreciate it if you made this far in the video. I hope you enjoyed the little different scenery, the different style. My workspace, it's not too messy right now. We got some papers over here I've been working on. So other than that, be sure to drop a like down below. And if you enjoyed the video, and if you want to see more content like this, be sure to join the family by hitting that nice looking subscribe button. And we're about to hit 100K subs. So I do appreciate you guys, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow in the next video. Peace.